There we go. The new WoW expansion is, drumroll, World of Warcraft, the Legion. And I watched the stream, right? And I failed miserably. Because I was watching the stream and I had my trusty notepad on the side and I was, just taking notes. And I was like, whatever happens, it doesn't matter. Just don't get excited. That's the one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to get excited. Just no. And as soon as they were like, guess what, bitches? We have demon hunters. I was like, fuck you. How can you not be excited about demon hunters? Even though they're just elves with horns, really. They're demon hunters, and demon hunters are cool. But I was reminding myself all the time that, dude, just don't get excited. This might be another Warlords of Draenor, and they might cut like half of what they've just shown during this presentation. And honestly, with this presentation, with what they have shown and what they were talking about, I think they're really trying their best right now. They know that if this fails, that is it. If they make another Warlords of Draenor expansion, WOT 2.0, the game is gone for them. And a lot of money is gone with it. And they were throwing around some serious names. Like, oh, is that Illidan pulling a Han Solo right there? Oh, yeah, it is. You know who's another big bad dude or a lore character lady? Queen Ashara. So, here, have Queen Ashara. Also, we have Dalaran. Dalaran just floated all the way from Northrend down here. There are some new things. We revamped Violet Hold. Why not? Here, have a Demon Hunter. Or go to the Tomb of Sargeras. And whoa, are you a Retribution Paladin? Alright, have an Ashbringer and customize it. I mean, I was like, slow the fuck down. I do not think that they can deliver everything. Once again, they will cut things. The question is, how many things they will cut out. I like the idea of Honor 3.0, because the Honor, as we have it right now, is complete and utter wank. And having a separate PvP leveling / talent system sounds really good. And many people, including me, talked about this. Having just a separate talent tree for PvP, they can tweak and it doesn't affect PvE. And then they can tweak PvE, which will not affect PvP. That's a good thing. But are we going to get it? We don't know. This is what they did with Warlords. Alright, they've burnt us, so now they're showing all this cool stuff, and instead of being excited about this, I'm like, but are we gonna get it, though? Are we really gonna get this? Or are you gonna cut it just like you did with Warlords? And really, as I said, they were throwing around some seriously big names, like the Emerald Dream, or the Emerald Nightmare, as it's known now, because of Xavius. And it was supposed to either be in vanilla or it was supposed to be the expansion after vanilla because, well, maybe they didn't want to do the Burning Crusade because Hellfire Peninsula was originally planned to be a leveling zone for vanilla. So maybe, just maybe, that was supposed to be it. And we even had portals to the Emerald Dream, we just couldn't go through them. We had one in Duskwood with the World Boss Dragon. In Ferolas, same thing, World Boss as a dragon. Then we had one in like Hinterlands, I think it was called. They were everywhere. I think it was one in Ashenvale. Maybe, I just don't remember. But those were portals to the Emerald Dream. And now it finally made it into the game, supposedly. Once again, we do not know. Then Ian was talking about dungeons and raids. First of all, raids, he was pretty happy with the layout or the structure of raids in Warlords, and I kind of agree with that. All right, so that's fine. He was talking about how they want to do more dungeons, which is always good, and let's hope that that will finally happen, because in each expansion, we got progressively fewer and fewer dungeons, so it would be nice, instead of going from 6 in Warlords to like 3 in the Legion, to go from like 6 to maybe 12 again. That would be awesome, for me at least. Then the lovely confirmation of Valeria and Terralion, which the only thing we got about them, and I still think that in terms of in-game lore, in terms of Warcraft lore in-game, we have no idea what happened to them still. And the only thing we got was like, yep, they're going to happen. Thank you, very helpful. Then we have the class orders, let's face it. Class Garrison, no. Bad Blizzard, no. We don't want, no. Definitely not. And yeah, that's kind of it in terms of what was interesting for me. And I think that the Burning Legion theme might end up being good, actually. Because we will go into the Emerald Nightmare, supposedly, and then we will fight in the ancient elven capital city, and that will give us variety instead of everything being either red or green and made out of steel and wood and be full of fucking orcs, which I'm kind of done with. I think it might end up being better if they stick to what they have just presented to us. But once again, unfortunately, we kind of cannot trust them after Warlords, which sucks. Also, the beta is supposed to start later this year, so we might see a Q1 release? Question mark? I don't know. I think they will take their time. Because, as I've said previously, they cannot afford another fuck-up with the rate at which they're losing subscribers right now. They just cannot afford to fuck it up again, because it's gonna be the last time they will fuck it up. And that's actually kind of it. I thought this would be a very long video, but I think it's kind of pointless to talk about everything they have just shown us in detail because, well, we know Blizzard. None of that might end up being in the fucking game. That's how they roll. Path of the Titans? What's that, you know? And talking about the Path of the Titans are apparently coming back. So, yeah. It doesn't get much bigger than this, really. They really went big dig with this presentation. They want to smash as much as they can into this expansion and hope for the best, I think. That's what they're trying to do. So, yeah, that's kind of my initial impression of the presentation they have just given us like an hour ago at Gamescom. And I'm trying really hard to not be excited, but I mean, Demon Hunters. If you're not excited about Demon Hunters, there's probably something wrong with you. And I'm kind of curious as to whether the Demon Hunter class will end up being utterly useless for everything in the beginning before they balance it and tweak it, or they will end up overtuning them like Death Knights in Wrath of the Lich King, so they'll be disgustingly overpowered until the end of the expansion. Also, Demon Hunters can double jump. That's kind of cool, I think.